scrappy friends. I have a sketch it out layout for you. I'm using that sketch that you see, and I completely forgot to relook at the inspiration piece when I made this layout. So unfortunately, it really does not go with the inspiration piece, which has like peaches and pinks and some blue tones in it. It's really pretty. Um, yeah, so we're just going to pretend that it goes with it and go with that. Sometimes that happens, right? We think that we're going to use a piece of inspiration and we end up getting inspired by something else. And you know what? I think that's totally okay. So, I think sometimes that um, when we just stick to our guns with an inspiration piece that maybe we're not feeling, it can actually hinder our process, right? And make a layout that maybe we're not as happy with. So that's my little spiel for not using the inspiration piece. So right now I am layering some papers, and I am using the sketch that you seen at the beginning from Citrus Twist, and I'm kind of playing around with it and changing it up a little bit. I'm adding some extra layers. It really just had one offset piece from the main paper, and I really wanted to stick with using pattern paper this time because I have a ton of pattern paper and I am running low on white cardstock. So to save my white cardstock for a layout that maybe I might really want it for, I decided that I should be able to do this. This should be really easy. And actually, it was not. I kind of searched around quite a bit for paper that just felt right. And then I came upon that Kaiser Craft that was in my click kit, and it just kind of seemed to fall in line. I picked out that Chamel apple paper, which is perfect because this layout is about those pancakes, which are apple pancakes. This looks very fall-like, even though it is not, the picture is not from fall, and it's not necessarily a fall layout. It's just about these pancakes that I get at a diner that is close to where I grew up, or in the town that I grew up. And this place is like, it's a locals place. You go and you have breakfast or lunch, and it's and the lady who owns it, she cooks in the back and then she'll come out front, and oh my gosh. So she's like a grandmother to everyone in town. And it's just a really nice place, and she makes these amazing pancakes. And you have to get the apple pancakes whenever you go there. So I really wanted to make sure to make a layout about this. When I went home and I went there, I took a picture thinking, hey, I can document this because it is something that I grew up eating. We grew up going there actually for a while, we used to go every weekend and get breakfast, or at least once a month. So you just see me working with layers, and I'm still kind of working with that pink piece, and I'm just not sure I think that pink works. So I used a lot of the Chamel, I used a lot of the Chamel paper. Well, not really. Okay, so I used a Chamel paper, and then I used that wood grain, that lighter wood grain, and then I added that lighter pink, and it just didn't work for me. So I go back and I pick out a pink corally paper that it was in the paper pad from that other layer that I'm using that has all the tickets and guest checks and library cards from Reset Girl. And that I knew was perfect because it has guest checks, and this is about a diner, and you get those when you go there. So perfect. It was perfect. And I really wanted to use that whole sheet. Normally I would have cut that up, but I really wanted to be able to see it. And I normally don't do this, add really busy papers to really busy papers. And it is kind of busy, but I think for the most part, I tried to keep it really simple otherwise to offset the fact that it's really simple or really busy in certain areas. So I tried to create a lot of open space, and this sketch really leaves you to be able to do that. So I did add that that pocket thing holder with the guest check from the Reset Girl. I bought those, and they are so stinking adorable. They're so adorable. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. And there was one with a guest check, and that's perfect for doing my journaling. It's just the right size. I can tuck it in so it keeps my journaling out of the way, so it still has that open space. So I'm just adding a few things. I add that. I use those coffee cups on, I used one on a pop dot and the other one I just put down so that it kind of creates dimension. It says best friends, but really I just like the coffee cups and the colors worked really well. So I'm going to pretend like it doesn't really say best friends on it and matter. I've had those pieces for like a year now, so it was about time to start using them. And I'm just looking in the Chamel thing to see if there's anything else that I think will work. And I end up pulling out a sticker that says love, and I kind of cut it down. And I think that's about it that I use on there. I use another sheet sticker that says love that smell, and that sticker is uh from the Woodland collection from Pretty Little Studio. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to add another puppy heart, and I only end up using one because I don't know. They're pretty busy. They're super cute, but they're really busy, and I don't know. I just felt like it would be too busy. So on the picture, I spelled out Mrs. K's down at the bottom because that's the name of the diner. And then in a minute, I'm going to add my title. And I did this off before. I just picked a whole bunch of random uh, in colors that I thought would work. Alphas. So I used some little tiles, and then I used some Ellie Studios and some bigger ones. And I did use some gold, and I only did the gold in apples. So the title is the best apple pancakes I've ever eaten. Now, really, after it should have a comma, but it doesn't really bother me that it isn't there. But you know, I'm taking writer's liberty here for the fact that it doesn't have a comma. I don't know. Can you claim that on a layout? Can you claim writer's liberty to like be it however you want it to be grammatically correct, or to be it however you want it to be grammarly? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know that much about English. Was not my best subject. I should say the grammar part of English. I'm horrible. I just blame it on the fact that I've moved around a lot. So I finished off with these little fancy pants circles. There's different sizes. The colors work pretty well. And I just scatter a few throughout in like kind of the areas that I want your eye to be drawn to. And then I'm going to add some of these hearts from that sticker sheet from Dear Lizzie. Just kind of using the same some of the same collection things throughout the layout kind of helps tie things together. So I have a few things from Reset Girl, I have a few things from Chamel, I have a few things from that Dear Lizzie. And then I'm just putting on the date, and then that is it. This was super simple. It was pretty easy to put together because I used a sketch, and I think that's the great thing about sketches is it can be as simple or as hard as you want it to be. I hope you guys check out our Facebook group. We share lots of stuff in there, and we try to have a lot of conversations. Some days it's slower than other days, but we're going to be starting to do Google Hangouts once a month. So if you head over there, you can find out more about that kind of stuff and when the first one is going to be going on. I think sometime this month I want to have one. And I hope you guys check out the rest of the week's channel, and I will see you guys later. Bye.